Well, howdy ho, good neighbor. It is apparent that I'm back 1 year later and that retaining wall is gone. That's right, I did a video, let me pick you up here. About a year ago I was here and the retaining wall was leaning over, and now look at it. So I knew that this place was gonna have to get attention, but that water tower up on that hill could slide down. You never know. This earth is always moving. But you can see right there is an earth mover. That's right, they're moving earth as we speak. So that retaining wall is getting rebuilt, I would imagine. Or maybe they're just taking all that dirt away, I don't know. But there's a good look at the retaining wall that used to be here. Look at this. That's almost a wide shot, isn't it? So before, all the way down that line there was a wall that was leaning over. And today they got the earth movers. And see that little laser on the top of his truck there? Well, that keeps everything level. Get out of these people's ways. That's how you stay in shape right there. You just work out every day. But there you go. There's your retaining wall. Now I knew that wall was falling over because they were having cars stay away from it. They were saying no parking. So all along this line here, you can see the parking spots. They weren't letting anybody park next to the, so this is why I brought the selfie stick. Yep, no bushes can stop me. Just got to duck for the trees. But there you go. What's it look like up there? I don't know. You can see my shadow. So there's all the diesel fuel. That guy's got to keep all these tractors greased up and full of diesel. So they were worried about, there was a business here, so that business had to move. I guess so. Wow. All right, well, there you go. One business moved. Might as well make my way to the entrance here where it says stop. See if they'll stop me. I don't know, I'm in all the regalia. I got all my PPE. PPE is, well, there you go. They make them put all these rocks here so they don't wash mud into the street. So they're doing that all right. That's a good little deal they're doing there. Keep all the mud out of the street here. But you can see the ground with cracks in it. This whole mountain is pushing down. So someday they'll have to do their retaining wall, I would imagine. And that's a big heavy water pipe up there, a water tower. All right. Well, there you go. Scrapers are crossing right here. Be careful. Use caution. All right, selfie stick activate. Yep, they're doing something over there. This guy's job is to just observe. He's an observer. Look at that dirt getting moved. Yeah, each one of those are lasers on the top of that thing. All right, well there it is. One retaining wall and all the worker outers. And that is a wide view. So in no time, I guess next year, we'll either see a new retaining wall here or just a nice berm. But I'm sure it has to be a wall to separate property lines. I don't know. But I can see they got 2 observers here. So I don't know what they observe. Maybe people videotaping, I don't know. But it is loud, isn't it? The sounds of tracks. All right, there you go. One retaining wall. You can see where they need it right there. Look at all that dirt. Just all that's so heavy. So heavy. All right, well, the reason I was able to make this video is because they were supposed to give me some keys to let me into this building, and they never let me into. They never gave me the keys, so now I'm waiting on keys. So I gotta wait about 15 minutes for keys, so that's about enough to document this retaining wall. But there it is. Look at that. What is that? Tongue and groove. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. Looks like something they drive deep into the ground for their retaining walls, don't you think? I don't know. All right. Well, this will just be a short little video. I'm gonna go grab the keys. But yeah, so if you got a retaining wall on your property and it's leaning, you gotta be sure to keep it up straight, because it's just gonna lean more and more and more. I always like to see that. Good old dust control. So always have your dust control going. And it looks like they're doing a good job because I don't see any dust here. So yeah, they're doing it all right. Especially with the observer up there. He's observing me. He's keeping an eye on me. I'm keeping an eye on them. Wow, this girl's got a sprint to her. I don't want to put the camera on her. People get uncomfortable with that. The action is that spotter right there, actually. All right, I think they have to do like 4 or 5 laps here, and then they can go inside and do their workout. All right, well, there you go. One retaining wall. That's almost a wide shot. Look at that. Yep, look at them move that dirt. Now that's a close up, isn't it? Let's close up on that. Yeah, that's a lot of dirt to be moved. A lot of water to be sprayed. A lot of wall to be built. So there's a lot to do here. All right, well, let's go get to work. Wait for my keys. There's nothing worse than trying to go to work and having to wait. It's like one of those crossing signs. All right, well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these retaining wall adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. That's almost a screenshot. Postscript. That's how they shave it off. One little inch at a time. That's what we call a scraper. Just like that thing, it has lasers on it. So it goes up and down, up and down. A lot of work. You got this machine scraping. You got that machine compacting and scraping. And you got that machine just scraping. All with a fine-tuned laser.